Presidential candidate Donald J. Trump visited Colorado last week. We have all the details.
Speaking of politics, stay tuned for the scoop on a historical thriller depicting Confederate politics and violence during the Civil War.
Coming up on your Bear News forecast, we have great conditions for this weekend with warm 80s, but looking on into next week, we could see some rain. Stay tuned to find out.
UNC football flies to Cheney, Washington for a battle of one-loss teams. Full highlights later on in sports.
This is Bear News. Don't go anywhere.
With this being election year, we have various candidates coming to Colorado to make appearances. Monday, we were lucky enough to have one close. Presidential candidate Donald J. Trump held a rally at the Budweiser Event Center in Loveland Monday evening. The Republican nominee spoke to about 8,000 people about his stance on various issues, as well as highlighted a few issues that focused on Colorado. These included gas and oil, the Second Amendment, and many more. People said that was the most disciplined speech Trump has given. He almost went word for word off the teleprompter. Prior to visiting Loveland, Trump made a stop in Pueblo, Colorado, where he made a statement about people with PTSD being weak. That is why many think his speech in Loveland was tamed. One of the main focuses of this speech had to do with the news article that was put out about him not paying federal taxes, which he claimed was a business strategy. He is currently losing Colorado, so this stop was important to gain voters. With elections right around the corner, we will keep you up to date on everything election.
Democratic Vice Presidential candidate Tim Kaine made an appearance at the National Western Complex in Denver on Monday. Accompanied by musician Dave Matthews, the Get Out of the Vote rally displayed an effort by the Democratic campaign to win Colorado as county clerks mail ballots next week. Before a crowd of roughly 1,700, the Virginia senator commented not only on the stark differences between Donald Trump and Clinton, but criticized the recently publicized video of Trump.
That's just locker room talk. Folks, it ain't talk. It's action, and more than action, it's a revelation of the way Donald Trump looks at women. He cannot look at a woman and see an equal. It's insulting to women. It's insulting to men to say that, oh, that's just an attitude. That's just the way men are. No, men are not that way. Real men aren't that way. Donald Trump's right.
Presidential candidate Hillary Clinton is scheduled to visit Pueblo on Wednesday.
It's starting to look a lot like fall. How's the forecast looking, John?
Taking a look at our current conditions right now, we have 72 degrees for Greeley with mostly sunny skies, a few passing clouds throughout the day. Taking a look on in tonight, we have a low of 41 degrees, which we could see drop a little bit below, maybe towards 35 degrees. Definitely not under freezing, but our clear skies and our calm winds are what going to help persist this low temperature for tonight. Taking a look at our total precipitation last night, we have few values of 0.3 inches, 0.1 inches, but mostly for Greeley, we saw just between 0.2 of an inch and 0.3 of an inch. I'll have your full forecast for you in just a moment.
McConaughey does it again. Free State of Jones is a historical thriller that accurately depicts Confederate politics and violence during the Civil War. Based off a true story set in 1863, Mississippi rancher Newt Knight serves as a medic for the Confederate Army. After his nephew is killed during war, Knight returns home to Jones County, Mississippi, where he boycotts the war and gives up his duties. Soon after the Confederates label him an outlaw, he is forced to seek shelter in the swamps of Mississippi. There, he forms a rebellion consisting of runaway slaves and local farmers that aid Knight in standing up to the Confederate soldiers and change history forever. McConaughey delivers a powerful, gripping performance that is characterized by his smooth dialogue and authentic attitude. Though director Gary Ross lacks structure and at times fails to include all the details needed for this important time in history, he accurately depicts 19th century war, society and violence, politics, and isolation. The movie was shot in Louisiana and is a sure, fresh breath of air, making it possible to see and feel the humid, sticky setting of the marsh and farmlands portraying Jones County, Mississippi. Overall, McConaughey rescues Ross's Civil War biopic by delivering a performance one can surely feel. While this film may not satisfy die-hard history fans, it is a movie that can be enjoyed. The movie has a runtime of 2 hours and 20 minutes and is available to rent or buy.
Coming up after the break, John has your full forecast.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Taking a look at our current surface fronts right now, we can see high pressure pushing off into the northeast, which is associated with Hurricane Matthew going off the coast of Florida. Taking a look down into the southwest, we have a high pressure system sitting right by the Four Corners region, which is going to bring us very pleasant and warm weather for the weekend and into next week. But over in the Pacific Northwest, they're just going to get hammered with this rain that's coming for the next couple of days. But this is our next system that's going to make its way on into Colorado sometime mid next week. Taking a look at our current temperatures around in the area, we have 73 for Greeley, 66 for Denver, and 69 for Pueblo. So real warm for the Front Range. Looking on into east, we have 50s for Sioux Falls, 40s for Omaha, Des Moines, and Jackson. But overall warm conditions for us here on the Front Range. Taking a look at our today's records, we have a high of 75 for today and a low of 40, which is right at about our seasonal averages, just a few, about 10 degrees off for each of them. Our record, though, 85 degrees in 1985. Boy, would that sure feel great today. But taking a look at our astronomy, we're starting to slowly see that astronomy dial back now, and we're soon going to fall back in time. And that's where we as meteorologists change from mountain daylight timing to mountain standard timing, which actually has a huge impact on our forecast applicability. But November 6th, don't forget, turn your clocks back. Taking a look at our 5-day forecast, we have clear conditions for Friday with a high of 80 degrees. Saturday for the UNC Bears football game, they are playing in University of California, Davis. We have 75 for Greeley and a low of 42. Taking a look on into Sunday and Monday, we have beautiful clear conditions with sunny skies, 82 degrees for Sunday, 75 degrees for Monday. Really setting up for a great weekend and a great start to the week. But looking out into Tuesday or Wednesday, like I said, we could see that next system pull on through into more maybe of Wednesday, but we could see a sprinkle of showers on Tuesday. So be on the lookout for that if you're worried about your commute on Wednesday morning. Over now to Steven for sports.
Soccer and volleyball both played over the weekend. We'll have more on the squads after the break.
Kids will spend 8 minutes decorating their little brother.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes twice a day. They have the time.
As the Bears soccer season winds down, UNC still has its sights set on making the conference tournament. Bear News reporter Jackie Polizzi has highlights from Friday's game.
There is such a thing as perfect soccer weather, and Friday night was a great example of that for the Bears. Southern Utah University made a trip to Jackson Stadium Friday for the Kick-Out Cancer game. The Bears dressed in pink socks to support breast cancer awareness. They battled hard, hoping to stop their losing streak. The first half was not the prettiest for the Bears. Their ball handling was good. Defense was on, but UNC had a hard time putting one in the back of the net. UNC outshot the Thunderbirds 8-2 with 25 seconds left in the first half. Mariel Gutierrez was in the right spot at the right time to finish the only goal of the half.
I think I was pleased with how many opportunities we created. Would have liked to have seen potentially a goal earlier.
Defend the den, that's what the Bears did in the second half. Sydney Schroeder left it all on the field with UNC's second goal of the game. Gutierrez put the icing on the cake with her sweet cleat finish from Maddie Roberts' cross. With less than 2 minutes left, SUU found the net to make it a 3-1 game. The Bears are 5-0 at home, making Jackson a special place.
It really shows that we can come back from it and just work from it and be better.
There is truly no place like home.
We have to do well on the road if we're going to be successful, but we know that when we come home to Jackson, especially on a perfect night like tonight, it's in the 50s, it's no wind, a little bit of slick on the ground makes the ball go quicker, nice crowd. It's an exciting place to play.
Reporting at Jackson Stadium, I'm Jackie Polizzi, Bear News Sports.
The Bears took on Northern Arizona University Sunday for Bark in the Park. UNC put up another W in the record book with a 3-0 defeat of the Lumberjacks. The Bears take on Portland State tonight, and we'll have full highlights for you next week. Nobody likes to get stung, and the UNC women's volleyball team definitely didn't like getting stung by a conference foe this past weekend. The Sacramento State Hornets won a 4-set thriller over the Bears Saturday night at Bank of Colorado Arena. Despite the loss, the Bears had 62 kills, including 3 players recording 13 apiece. The loss ends a 4-game win streak for the Bears and only the second loss in conference play. They look to go back to their winning ways tonight against Montana. Football season is one of the most romantic times of the year. What, you say? Well, the leaves are changing, the weather's ideal for games, and the Bears are proving that they deserve to play football in one of the toughest conferences in the nation. Saturday, the Bears took on Eastern Washington, which is ranked 4th in the nation. UNC put up a good fight, but couldn't get the job done when it mattered most. The Bears are a first-half team. Kyle Sloter once again put the Bears in a good position going into halftime. A field goal by Marquise Combs gave UNC a 17-14 lead at the break. The Bears have struggled in the third quarter all season, and the Eagles took advantage of that. EU put 21 points on the board and took control of the game. With 13 minutes left in the fourth, Quinn Zamora's touchdown got the Bears within 4, 35-31. But that was as close as they got as the Eagles tacked on 2 more scores, and the Bears lost 49-31. The Bears are on the road again this week as they head to sunny California to face UC Davis. We'll have full highlights for you next week.
Thanks, Steven. And that's our show for tonight. Thanks for joining us this week. We'll be back next week.
Until then, stay up to date on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Bear News 98. Be sure to like us.
Have a great weekend.